The city of Joplin holds its first ever State of the Community address. I'm Kenny Foreman, and I'll give you an inside look coming up.
Plus, a Joplin outreach program makes their voices heard during the State of the Community event. And the McDonald County Chamber of Commerce hosts a lunch and learn event for the community.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The city of Joplin hosts its inaugural State of the Community event. This is KOAM News. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Kenny Foreman gives us an inside look at how Joplin officials are feeling entering 2026.
For a first-time event, City Manager Nick Edwards left feeling confident in his ability to keep citizens up to date.
Every resident appreciates transparency, appreciates communication about what's going on in the city. And so this was kind of a moment for us to talk about the things that we've accomplished and the things that we're planning to do ahead. And we want to have thoughtful engagement.
Throughout the morning, both the mayor and the city manager emphasized that citizen input is key in helping the city accomplish its goals.
I hope we've shown our accessibility to residents, whether it be through different survey processes or through meetings or even with the mayor and the council participating in meetings. We try to be accessible so that we're understanding the community's thoughts and feelings.
Major points addressed included public safety, economic opportunity, and addressing homelessness. Additionally, custodial worker Rhonda Hefner was recognized as Employee of the Year.
I'm shocked. I mean, I feel like I love my job, and I was told from early childhood that if you get a job and you like it, do it well, and it'll all be worth it. And that's the way it is.
Mayor Keenan Cortez expressed optimism for his city going forward, citing its ability in overcoming challenges.
The pandemic happened in early 2020, and it kind of set some of that momentum backwards a little bit. But now we're coming out of that, and we're on the other side, and we've laid the foundation for the next level of progress in our community. So, okay, everybody, the stage is set. Come get on the boat with us and let's go forward.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Mayor Cortez says he hopes to continue connecting with the community through more events, newsletters, and open city council meetings. A group of concerned residents gathered in the parking lot across from the Cornell complex to protest the State of the Community event. The group is associated with the outreach program Hopeful Bites, who were feeding people during the demonstration. They cite treatment of the unhoused population and the admission fee for the event as reasons for the protest.
That we don't think it's right to basically put the knowledge of what's happening in our city behind a paywall, essentially, you know what I mean? I'm broke, I ain't got $25, and I'd love to know what's being said. Many of us don't have the kind of money for that and would still love to know what's being said.
And addressing the accessibility concerns, city officials say they plan to make a video of the event publicly available later this week. Meteorologist Donald O'Keefe joins us now with a first look at weather.
The cold temperatures are starting to make their way into our area tonight. We're going to see temperatures drop down into the low 20s for tonight. Our current conditions right now, though, 36 degrees. It feels like 27, clear skies, winds out of the north at 14 miles an hour. We could also see some gusts continue up to about 20 miles an hour tonight. But for tonight, dropping down to 20 degrees. Winds are going to ease up a bit. Still the wind chills for the overnight, about 10 to 15 degrees. Winds out of northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So it's going to be a pretty cold night. And as we get into tomorrow morning, we can see, like I said, some wind chills around 10 degrees. Taking a look at our future track for tonight. Clear skies, winds out of the north. We're going to stay clear pretty much through most of the night until we get to Thursday morning. Now we're going to see those temperatures be in the upper teens and lower 20s. We're going to stay partly cloudy through Thursday, and we're going to warm up to about the mid 40s for our Thursday with winds out of the northwest. But there is colder temperatures on the horizon by this weekend. Those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Donald. A high-speed chase from Oklahoma into Missouri ends in a fatal crash near Seneca. Authorities chased the pickup, a possible DWI at speeds over 100 miles per hour. Troopers continued the chase onto a dirt road where the pickup crashed into a dry creek bed. 2 people were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The driver, Luther Sherman of Joplin, later died from his injuries. Authorities in Parsons, Kansas arrest 2 people after reports of gunfire. The report came from the 2600 block of Stevens Avenue last night. Officers stopped a vehicle matching the description in the 200 block of South Central Avenue. During the stop, officers found multiple firearms, including a stolen rifle, drugs, and ammunition in the vehicle. They also found multiple shell casings at the scene in the driveway and on the sidewalk. Officers say there were several people in the home at the time, including children. No injuries were reported, and police say the shooting happened over a $20 marijuana deal. In reference to the shooting, the Parsons chief of police said, quote, "Instead of focusing on how close we came to losing innocent lives, some may try to minimize or deflect responsibility. Let me be clear, there is nothing petty about rounds being fired in a neighborhood where families and children live," end quote. The investigation is ongoing. Schools in Kansas will get a high-tech upgrade to security thanks to a $10 million AI program. The program, known as the Safe and Secure Firearm Detection Program, uses AI-powered firearm detection systems with security camera software. According to Kansas Attorney General, the technology detects only openly displayed firearms, not facial recognition. Monitoring Center verifies threats 24/7 every day of the year. The system alerts staff and law enforcement in as little as 3 to 5 seconds, including images and threat location. The application period is open, but the program is on a first-come, first-served basis. For more information, including how to apply, head over to KOAMnewsnow.com. The McDonald County Chamber hosted its latest Lunch and Learn event this afternoon, part of a series the Chamber has been offering for the past 2 to 3 years. Organizers say the program is designed to help businesses grow by giving members access to free training, resources, and education. The Chamber is one of the few in the region offering these sessions at no cost. Today's guest speaker was McDonald County Prosecuting Attorney Malia Cheney, who spoke about crime trends her office is seeing and how local businesses can better protect themselves.
Really trying to provide information that will help, especially our small businesses, because a lot of times they're out there on their own and they don't have a big corporation that will train them or provide them the information they need.
The Chamber says Lunch and Learn is designed around what the community needs most and giving residents and business owners practical, useful information they can take with them. Willamette County boys basketball team is on a roll. Coming up, how the program looks to improve as they head towards the playoffs. But up first, tax relief could soon be on the way for ranchers and farmers in Missouri. Farmers and ranchers in Missouri are getting some tax relief after a ruling from a state commission. Chris Bryant takes a look at how this could help farmers across the Show Me State.
It is a big win, particularly at a time when there's so much uncertainty in production agriculture in Missouri.
The Missouri State Tax Commission voted unanimously to keep agricultural land productivity values the same through 2028.
This past fall, we saw pretty extreme volatility in the market as a result of trade conversations. And so it was a reminder as we went before the State Tax Commission that agriculture is a volatile business.
Currently in Missouri, agricultural real estate is assessed at 12% of its productivity value.
The one thing to remember is farm and ranch families have multiple vehicles, they have homes, they have all those things, and they're paying those taxes too. And there's no sense of increasing, enhancing their tax burden when they're just trying to make a living and trying to provide safe, affordable, and nutritious food.
For farmers, the predictable property taxes will give them stable land values, helping them plan for the present and the future.
This is not one of those things where you can say the big guys win and the little guys lose. It's everybody wins.
The Missouri Tax Commission looks at agriculture land taxation every 2 years. While it received unanimous support from the Tax Commission, the issue must still be approved by the Missouri General Assembly.
Listen to Governor Keogh in the State of the State last night. He was talking about taxation and where you can have growth and you can have productivity and you can have all of that while still reducing the tax burden to Missourians and to farm and ranch families. You can do both.
productivity values constant for farm ground here in the state is really important at this juncture. Again, given the uncertainty and frankly, just the ongoing skyrocketing operating costs for us to be able to farm and ranch. Everything we touch over the last few years has increased by double digits.
A little later, an indoor camping and comedy event benefits some kids in the Joplin area.
Now we're tracking some colder temperatures this weekend. They're going to be dropping pretty significantly by Saturday. Those details. Well, the cold temperatures have definitely arrived, and that's because we have a low pressure system on our Skywatch storm tracker way out there by the Great Lakes. You can see that cold front draping all the way across most of the Midwest, and that's bringing in cold Arctic air behind it. We do have a high pressure system up there by Iowa that's going to be moving in. That's going to keep things dry and sunny, but it's also going to be pretty cold as well. Current conditions out there right now in Joplin, 36 degrees, clear skies. It feels like 27. Temperatures are definitely dropping. Winds out of the north at 14 miles an hour. We can still see a bit of gusts up to about 20 miles an hour through the evening as well. So if you're planning your evening, 6 p.m., we're going to see temperatures about 34. Mostly clear skies through the overnight, dropping into the low 20s and upper teens overnight. But our overnight low is going to be about 20 degrees. Winds are going to be easing up a bit, but we're still going to see those wind chills overnight about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Like I said, it is going to be a bit breezy as we get into Thursday. We're going to see wind gusts about 20, 25 miles an hour. And then as we go through Thursday afternoon into the evening, they're going to dissipate a bit, but then here comes that next system by Friday morning, that next cold front that's going to be bringing temperatures way down. We're going to see wind gusts Friday morning about 30, 35 miles an hour. So definitely going to be windy and on the colder side. Let's take you through time here. This is tonight. Clear skies through the overnight. We are going to have some clouds increasing by Thursday morning. There's those temperatures about the mid 20s. We're going to have temperatures warm up to about the mid 40s to the upper 40s for our Thursday with some clouds here and there. Wind are going to be out of the south, but that's not going to warm up things too much like I was showing you. But by Friday, that's when our next system is going to start pushing in from the northwest, bringing temperatures down. But before that, we're going to see temperatures about the mid 30s for Friday morning, and then we're going to see the clouds increasing, and now temperatures are going to be into the mid 40s, but colder by Saturday. So if you're planning your day for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy skies, a bit breezy in the afternoon, high of about 45 for our Thursday. For tomorrow night, dropping down to only 34 degrees, mostly clear. 34 is still above average. The average low is about 25, 26. It can still be a bit breezy tomorrow night, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Taking a look at downtown Joplin right now, nice and clear, but like I said, on the colder side. Why are we going to see colder temperatures this weekend? Well, here's why. There's our upper level flow. This is Thursday. There's that system I was talking about way out to the east. That's going to be pushing out. There's our next system by Friday, slowly making its way into our area, bringing in cold Arctic air behind it. And we were watching for some snow flurries by Friday and Saturday, but the chances are very, very low. That's going to start pushing out by Sunday, still on the colder side as we get into Sunday and Monday as well. Taking a closer look, this is Friday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. As we get into Friday afternoon, those snow chances are going to stay to our north, warming up to the mid 40s for Friday. And then as we get into Saturday morning, we're going to see temperatures in the mid 20s. Moving into Saturday afternoon, only warming up to the low to mid 30s. Then by the time we get to Sunday morning, this is when we're going to see those very cold overnight lows into the upper single digits and mid teens for Sunday, and only warming up to about the mid 40s. We're going to rebound by Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at our 7 to 10 day here, 45 degrees on Thursday, 44 on Friday. Very cold compared to what we've been feeling on Saturday. And then overnight low on Saturday, like I said, in the single digits. It's going to be very cold. Make sure you have your faucets dripping, wear like extra layers, because it is January and it is going to be cold out.
Yeah, definitely going to be cold. And you know, there's hope, light at the end of the tunnel in the forecast, so, you know.
We might see 50s again by next week.
I'll take it. All right, thanks, Donald. Well, the USDA reports Kansas has the highest number of bird flu cases in the country in the past 30 days, with 4 commercial and 7 backyard flocks affected. Since the outbreak began in February of 2022, Kansas has reported more than 400,000 affected birds. Arkansas has 2 commercial and 4 backyard flocks affected, with more than 60,000 birds affected. Missouri has no commercial flocks affected and 2 backyard flocks, totaling more than 8,000 birds. Oklahoma reports one backyard flock affected with 50 birds impacted overall. Well, still ahead, the Labette County Grizzlies basketball team is playing their best basketball in recent weeks. Coming up in sports, we'll hear from the team as they look to translate their season on the field to the court.
The Labette County boys basketball squad is hitting their stride, winning 3 of their last 4 matchups. And as we get closer to playoff time, the Grizzlies look to be playing their best basketball. And for this squad, it all starts with their senior duo of All-State point guard Kagan Bates and Barrett Heston. Bates and Heston are both 3-year starters, becoming the go-to guys for Labette County. And sharing the court is nothing new for this pair, growing up together as teammates.
Important for our younger guys to see that. They've been through many games with our varsity team. Kagan's really an extension of the head coach. He's our point guard. He knows exactly what we want as a staff. Barrett just leads by example all the time. Always does the right thing. A good leader on and off the court. Both of those guys are. So that's going to help us down the stretch. So big moments, we expect them to really perform and then carry us down the stretch at the end of games.
Kindergarten, first grade, we've been playing together. He's been the one that I've actually had to play with since I was a little kid. So chemistry is great. We play all 3 sports together and great bond together.
One goal for the Grizzlies this season is the Southeast Kansas League title. After winning a league championship on the football field this season, the team feels that their experience on the gridiron has changed the culture around Labette County athletics.
Just having the experience of the playoff run, that's invaluable. You get that feeling of, we got to go win this next game. So that's been a big goal of these seniors. That was our number 1 goal when we talked about it on day 1 is try to go win an SEK title. To do that, we've got to come out and play complete games on the SEK night to night.
It's changing the culture here for sure. It's more of a winning culture now. Right now we're trying to translate that to the basketball locker room too, and I think we're going to get there real soon. It's a huge translation, building a winning culture is big in winning, and a lot of us football players are now basketball players, and if they're not playing football, we're either wrestling or they're in the front row of the student section. So we're kind of building a winning culture, and bringing the winning from football over to basketball is huge.
Labette County is back in action on Friday when they host Pittsburgh. Tip-off set for 7:30 from Altamont. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. President Trump wants Greenland as part of the United States. Today's high-stakes White House meeting and Denmark's military response. Plus, a Kansas City man rents out his home and moves back with mom and dad. The World Cup opportunity he calls too big to miss. And why so many blue states are rejecting federal recommendations for childhood vaccinations. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. One organization in Joplin supports the community with an indoor camping trip. Seroptimist International of Joplin is hosting their 10th annual Comedy for Camp and S'more event at the Cornell Complex. This event provides an opportunity for the community to help make an impact by supporting programs that help local foster children and empowering women.
Our Seroptimist Club has 3 major programs that we do to help others in our community. Our main program is Camp Seroptimist, which is a week-long summer camp every year at the last week of July. And so we help bring together local foster children in the area and give them a week where they can just feel normal and be a kid.
Comedy for Camp will be on Friday, February 20th with opening act Jodie Fuller, and the headliner will be Kevin Farley. Tickets are now on sale. Well, let's do a final check of the weather real quick.
So we're going to have temperatures in the mid-40s pretty much through Friday, but a cold front's going to be pushing in Saturday, dropping temperatures down into the low 30s. And then Saturday night, we could see temperatures in the teens, even single digits. So make sure you're well prepared for those cold temperatures.
That's right. Well, thank you for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.